innovation is key. As I said, in the future we'll miss some raw materials. We already have a lot of study, quite scaring study, that I would say. So we have to find a way of replacing this kind of product to procure our planet, because the raw materials, they are counted. It's not illimited. So we have to find a way of using our resources in a better way, and check how we can recycle this and to not affect our environment. So I think a lot of innovation regarding sustainable products. So the positive impact aspect will take a huge part in our decision.
So I think automation is going to have a huge role to play in procurement strategy moving forward. Once you've identified all the different processes within your strategy and the people to drive those forward, you're then going to look at the tech as to how you can automate as much of that as possible and make it as light touch as possible from the procurement function point of view.
So I think it's a fascinating time and an exciting time. What is going to be critical is back to the customer satisfaction and the user interface. People will use technology that is intuitive, that's easy to get into, and that when they switch on their machine or they flick on the app, they go, right, this is going to be straightforward, and there isn't a sense of dread. Whether suites can achieve that, that's a big challenge because you've got big complex systems. They have the advantage of being able to knit things together. However, I do think ultimately what's going to win are those solutions that go, we know what you want to get out of this, and we're going to give you the quickest and easiest way to it, and it's going to give you the best outcomes. So, in a world where procurement teams might be focused on one or two elements, best of breed undoubtedly is going to be in a position of strength.
If we've learned anything in the last 3 years, it's we have to be open to change, and not just reactively, but proactively. And part of that, I think, requires that companies almost, I guess I'd use the expression, double down on embracing the technological journey, the transformational journey, and meaning continuing to look at what are the best solutions in the marketplace. How do those solutions and which of those solutions can be used to further where each department is on their journey, and how to support the company's goals on that journey. And that means not just what are the right solutions, what's the right technology to do a function, but to also support things like your ESG activities, to support risk management, regulatory compliance, to be both a long-range view as well as a safety net for things like supply chain disruption, geopolitical disruption. Technology can be really, it needs to be a wrapper around all of that. And so I think that technology really sits at the core of your strategy as the future strategy, and how do you stay relevant to that future strategy.
So procurement strategy, we've seen more so now that it needs to remain agile. It has to change to the change in market conditions, the change in the business operating conditions. Things like new sanctions with Russia, things like COVID, things like supplier disruption. These have all created a business case for why procurement processes need to be agile to cater for these changes in conditions. And so this also has a knock-on effect onto technology. No longer is it suitable to have this one-size-fits-all technology approach, because quite honestly, by the time you've selected your technology solution and you've spent those years implementing it, the market itself may fundamentally have shifted. Your procurement strategy, what you're there to deliver for the business, may have massively changed. And that technology solution you've just finally implemented no longer fits the need. And so this is where best of breed, agile technology itself can come in to just rapidly respond and react to what matters most to procurement at that point in time. And then maybe 6 months, a year down the line, procurement's priorities have changed somewhat. Maybe it's shifted from delivering cost to actually delivering, mitigating risk. In which case you want technology that you can adjust and almost plug and play to fit those specific requirements. So I think it's important, therefore, to have technology that is agile along with your procurement strategy.